Yeah, minasan, how are you? In this set of videos, we'll be tackling something a little more casual and a lot more anime with Rockman.EXE transmission. Many of you may know this series as Mega Man Battle Network and might be wondering why we were starting with the later game rather than the first one. Well, you won't be missing too much as this particular game takes place quite soon after the first game and is its own contained story conveniently not ever mentioned again. So, hajimemashou, shall we? First, let us introduce the character that is speaking here. This is Wily, the head of the World 3, an evil organization bent on dominating the real world in cyberspace. We can't see him, but we can't see any other humans around either. This is the virus he created. Derito is of course delete. We'll be seeing a lot of English words katakanatized in this series. It's good practice for memorizing them at least. Ja is an older person's version of Da, seeing as evil old Dr. Wily is talking about the dream virus here. Kore is also talking about the dream virus itself as a tool in said deletion. De marking kore as the means of what the verb will be done with. With this, kore de, he'll be able to delete the sekai, or world. Translating this, we get I'll delete it! I'll delete it! With this, I'll delete the world! Derito! Derito じゃ! これで世界はデリートじゃ!
させるか! 攻撃をバトルチップメガキャノンスロットイン!
Speaking here is Neto. You may know him as Lan, same pun category, but this one is more blatant. You could call him Net, if his name were in katakana, but since they wrote it in kanji for extra punification, there's absolutely no excuse to romanize his name as Net. Unless, a foreigner gave him a nickname. He's unseen here. The one we see here is Rockman.EXE, his trusty internet navigator, or NetNavi for short. No, not that Navi, but sometimes his personality can be a little similar to Neto's desme. Let's start tackling this text with saseru. That's the causative form of the verb suru. It translates to make do, but that's not the only way to interpret it. There's also allow, so that's the word we're looking for. Adding the ka becomes a question, but it implies the speaker is expressing their disbelief in their foe's actions. And in Neto's case, he says he and his netnavi will not just stand there and allow his foe to do what he intends to do. This is a very shonen series, so the best way to translate this part would be, "You think we'll let you do that?" Kogeki is attack. And oh look, it's those silly katakana words again. Battle chip, battle chip, mega cannon, mega cannon, and sorotoing is kind of a thing people say when, you stick a chip in the slot it's supposed to go in. And that's how they send the battle chips to their netnavis. All in all, we translate this as, like we'd let you, attack battle chip mega cannon slot in. させるか攻撃バトルチップメガキャノンスロットイン Not much here, but more katakana. Chansu is chance. Aura is aura. This virus has a shield protecting it, by the way. It is the last boss from the first game, after all. Kireru usually means something being cut. In this case, it is used as something breaking. Te-iru making it in the process of doing so. The aura shield now has a hole in it, so now's the chance! Rockman agrees with a casual yes, not to be confused with which is a casual no. Ike is the strong order form of the verb iku. It's normal for competent boys to use that imperative, but it's not very polite in real life. The ze acts like a yo or a zo and gives it more of an exclamation mark. It's up there on the casual scale though. Rockman, now it's our chance! The aura is disappearing! Right! Go, Rockman! Rockman, チャンスだ! オーラが切れている! 行け, Rockman! Impossible! Baka doesn't mean stupid or idiot here? Yep, in fact it's so absurd that it's impossible. Washi is an old person's watashi. Ware means I, and ga is acting like a no particle of sorts, making waga mean my. He's just using a first person pronoun and then changing it for ware. The difference is that waga carries the connotation of pride. The text shows www, but is in fact read as Warudo 3, or World 3. It's a trick they do with kanji and it's furigana all the time. In fact, some manga and anime change the reading of a kanji simply by having furigana next to it. Bubobo is a good example where it's used as a recurring joke. In fact, it's in the title of the first episode. Others just have kanji, but an English name. Like, for a special move, but enough about that. Kenkyu is research, and that ga implies there's more to the sentence, but by watching it disappear, there's no reason for the rest. In a last dying breath, Wiley shouts to the sky, "For the glory of World 3, Eiko are!" The particle marks the indirect object, or more specifically, upon what there should be eiko. Are isn't normally used as an imperative of aru, but when wishing glory like this upon something or someone, it's fairly common. Impossible! My World 3 research! For the glory of World 3! バカな、わしのワールド3の研究が、ワールド3に栄光あれ！
こうして、俺とロックマンの活躍で、ワールド3の野望は打ち砕かれたんだ。そして1ヶ月も過ぎる頃には、また平和な日常が戻ってきていた。
こうして means and so or thus, and any synonym of the two you can think of. Ore is the first person pronoun that Neto uses to refer to himself. Ore is normally said by characters who are very confident in themselves. Katsuyaku means activity and was used as some kind of means, as is indicated by the de particle. Soshite means and. Yabo is ambition, and uchikudaku is to crush something. It's in the past tense, of course. Months are counted in Japanese by adding a kagetsu after the number, but the pronunciation of numbers 1, 3, 6, 8, and most multiples of 10 are affected. This is why it's ikkagetsu rather than ichikagetsu. Mo indicates some sort of exaggeration. Sugiru is an elapse of time. And then we have the double particle niwa, which marks where something is happening. As for this instance, within after a month. Mata is again. Heiwa is peace, na turns it into a na adjective. Nichijo is daily life, which may make a few anime make sense now. Or not. Modoru is to return, and kuru is to come, so the days of peaceful normal life have once again come back to Japan. It's in past progressive was returning, but we'll go with has returned. That's a lot of words to say, so we'll just say that they were back to a peaceful normal life. And so, Rockman and I crushed the World 3's ambition. After about a month or so had passed, things were back to our peaceful normal life. こうして、俺とロックマンの活躍で、ワールド3の野望は打ち砕かれたんだ。そして、1ヶ月も過ぎる頃には、また平和な日常が戻ってきていた。 Whoa, hold on a minute now. This episode's getting a little long, so we'll cut it off here and start next time. Thanks for watching, and hey, if you like this episode, why don't you watch our Pokemon episodes? And maybe subscribing to us and signing up for our Patreon. Speaking of Patreon, here are our current Patreons. Join us next time, and we'll start this game. Bye bye!
Uja Uja describes the way they are iru. So then, who is Uja Uja iru? These strong and great trainers.